What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only use me, Blade.
This is the BadKidCast, the audio cast that you listen to
while you game.
Guys, we're available on a bunch of different platforms. We're available on Spreaker. We're available on Stitcher, iHeartRadio. We're available on SoundCloud. And we are available on iTunes.
Nailed it.
In the coffin. So we've got a lot of requests from you guys to bring Josh back onto the show. Josh, are you paying these people?
No.
I think you are.
No.
Well, who's paying us? Because we have a few sponsors, Blade.
We do have a couple of sponsors. The first sponsor coming in hot is the rock band called Red Tones, based out of Joliet, Illinois. I hope I said Joliet right. Anyways, if you go onto their Facebook, their name is Red Tones Official, and also redtones.bandcamp.com. They actually made a discount code, so if you go there, type in BKC for 25% off their music.
25%. Now, do they have T-shirts or something?
I have not checked if they have any apparel.
Well, tell them that I want apparel of their band.
And just to let you guys know, if you send us T-shirts and stuff like that, we will wear them live on the recording of the show.
They're not even going to see it. That's so fucked up.
Why are you ruining my game, bro?
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. But
that'll be an XXX.
If you send me a T-shirt, I'll Instagram it. Okay. So that's that. And then we have another sponsor, which is X Scarza Gaming on YouTube. This dude is a FIFA YouTuber. He's playing Happy Wheels. He's playing indie games. That's youtube.com/XSCAZZA gaming. Go check him out, especially if you're into the FIFA stuff, because some of his FIFA videos had me rolling. Check him out on YouTube.
Bam. Nailed it.
What is up? So, Josh, listen. A couple weeks ago, we were about to do this podcast, and we were telling a story about Josh Kinmartin and some, trouble you got in the law or something like that. And we stopped and, we said, look, we're not sure if we can even say this publicly. Let's wait to have Josh back on to tell the story. So, without further ado,
the return of the prodigal son, Josh
Kinmartin. What happened?
Unfortunately, fans, you're going to have to wait for Channel 4.
Oh, why are you playing with the emotions? People are tuning in all around the world.
I thought you were going to tell the story. Can you tell a story or not?
I can go into some brief details. At the end of the story, it's held at gunpoint for a traffic infraction for a so-called fender bender.
Start from the top.
What happened? Where are you?
Explain the night.
What was going on? Shit. You're paying, making sure my commentary is full. So we go out at Ying's. I grab pizza, picking up Brian. I sat down, wait for my pizza, go to leave, get Brian in the front seat. I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden this truck's like waving me off the road, swerving at me. I look over at Brian. I'm like, what the fuck did you do?
For those of you that don't know, when he's saying Brian, he's talking about Blade.
So I look over at Blade, and I'm like, what did you do? I thought there was a situation where somebody's trying to eat his way to his heart, or...
You're right. one problem is when I drink, like I'm a teddy bear, but sometimes people get mad at me.
So you get into your car. You got Blade
driving down the road.
You got Blade in there.
I'm in my little ass car, and this big old fucking truck starts swerving at me, trying to run me off the road. I'm like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. So
you're driving down the road, and someone's trying to run into you and take you off the road.
Yes. So I start banging turns. Blade's fucking annihilated, just like not even caring. Normally freaks the fuck out when I drive like that. I mean, this was some GTA shit.
On a side story, when Josh moved in, right, everything's fine. One day, I get in Josh's car, and we go to Tim Hortons. And I'm like, why are you driving like a maniac? And he's like, what are you talking about, dude? I'm like, why are you... Dude, slow the fuck down, dude. We're getting coffee. That's it. Like... And this dude was like, I drive like this all the time. I'm like, no, you don't. I've been in the car many times. He's like... And a little bell goes off in Josh's head, right? He's like, this is the first time I've ever driven with you when you weren't sober. So just imagine this, right? First off, a couple times, like one time, Josh drove it to downtown Buffalo, went out because I was with him. We went to a bar and then he ended up going downtown. I passed out in the passenger seat
I got a flat tire.
Josh got a fucking flat tire in downtown
Here's
Buffalo.
Blade's fucking, we're in a parking lot. His legs hanging out the fucking window. The AAA guy comes up. He's like, what? I think we're going to have to get it because my car is real low to the ground. It's like, can he wake up? I'm like, no. Just change the tire, bro.
He changed the tire.
You don't want him to wake up. He'll piss on you.
He might ask you to take off his shoes.
Right.
That's insane. Okay, so what happens next?
So,
all
like,
right,
I'm pretty
guy's
much-
trying to fucking hit you with the truck.
So I'm like, fuck this. I'm out. I think that Blade did something bad.
Right. Got too friendly.
I'm pretty much Grand Theft Auto driving this bitch like I stole it, cutting down back streets, fucking taking turns at like 60, 70 miles an hour. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Drifting.
To the point where I shifted so hard, I ripped my shift knob off. And there was a point where I was driving with a little screw piece when I was shifting.
That's crazy.
So I pass the house. I pull into a driveway to turn around. This motherfucker runs into the back of me. And I'm like, what the fuck?
You pull into a driveway.
I pass my house.
You pass your house. You get into the wrong driveway. The guy that's trying to run you over with a truck pulls in behind you, touches your bumper with his...
he broke my bumper, crashed into it.
He crashed into it.
Like the whole car fucking moved.
So you couldn't leave.
It
so
sobered
what the
Blade
fuck
up.
did you do to this guy?
I went to go get out of the car, and I turn around. He's like, put your fucking hands out the window. And he's got a gun. And I'm like, what? You got a gun? Turns out he's like, I'm screaming. He's screaming. I'm an off-duty deputy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you are. You have a gun on me. Where's your badge? Next thing you know, cops show up. Blade gets tackled.
Okay, so the cops show up, right? And I'm not cocky, but I'm like, I didn't do anything wrong, so they're like, I roll the window down. First off, Josh's car, in order to roll the window down, it's in the center console thing. It's not on the door. So like, I try to roll down the door every single time, and I'm like, okay, fine. I roll it down, and I put my arms out. I'm like, I'm good, guys. I'm just having a good time, whatever. And so then they're like, get the fuck out of the car. I'm like, okay, I'll get out. So I'm getting out all nonchalantly, slowly, and then they fucking tackle me like I intercepted the ball or something.
Oh, then to come find out afterwards, they stole our pizza.
Here's my point of view of it, right? When we leave the bar, Josh goes to me. He's like,
oh, wait, we didn't even... but I had a little touch base. And this was all over a fender bender, supposedly, in a parking lot. He said I clipped his truck with my little Beamer.
You didn't touch him at all because you told me to follow you back to the house. The plan was we were all going back to the house, and we were going to live stream.
Yep.
That was the plan. All right.
By the way, fans, thanks for the support with saying you're paid for my bail.
I get in my Hummer. All right. I get in my Hummer to follow Josh. Josh pulls out of the parking lot. I'm following him, but I'm coming from a different angle in the parking lot. And all of a sudden, this truck almost hits me. And I have to slam on the brakes, and it just starts following Josh. I'm like, who the fuck's this? And then Josh takes a route that I didn't expect him to take.
Yeah.
Right?
No driver in the world could drive Keem's Hummer to keep up with what's going on. Like,
No.
So I get back to the apartment. And I'm like, what is going on? So me and Scott are just sitting there. And I'm like, dude, they got arrested or something. Like, I stopped at the store, made it back before them. How?
Yeah.
You know, Josh drives like a fucking idiot. Like, he's always flying. He should have been here. So that was my point of view of the whole thing.
But at the end of the story, at the end of the adventure, something good did come of it. Blade's not allowed to yell at me anymore for how I drive.
Why?
Because I was fucking straight out transportering it. I was Jason Statham in that bitch.
Yeah, he was.
Like, shit was going right.
Our mutual friend John was his birthday yesterday.
Nice.
And me and Scott Kid Martin went to the birthday dinner, which was at Fuji Grill. Which, have you been to one of those places where they chop the food?
Like a Benihana's type of place?
They chop the food up in front of you,
yeah.
and then they shoot like
They make like smoke signals and stuff like that.
they fucking shoot sake in your mouth and shit and get you wasted. Well, anyhow, before the dinner started, everyone's down. There's like 14 people that show up to this dinner, right? And they're sitting all around the chef and everything. Everyone sit down except for Scott, and I look over, and Scott's talking to the bartender, and he's like trying to mag game, right? So
Was he a dude?
No, it was no, it was a girl.
Oh.
It was a girl. It was an attractive girl.
Speaking of that, wait till we get to that point.
It was an attractive girl or whatever. So we're sitting there, and it's like taking forever, and we're like, where the fuck is Scott? You know, but no one wants to interrupt the game, and I'm like, don't worry, I got it. So I walk up to the bar. I'm like, Scott, your wife just called. She's in labor.
Oh, that's so...
I just laughed so hard my mic distorted.
His face turned bright red. He goes, before he could say he's joking, the bartender goes, "Do you need to go for your wife?"
That's fucking awesome.
That's great.
Hey, thank you so much for not telling me that out before the show.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we were telling stories or whatever, like save for the show. I'm glad you didn't tell me that because me hearing that for the first time is awesome.
Oh, it was hilarious.
So my aunt got married.
Oh yeah, let's talk about
Aunt got married. Wedding was great, fancy, everything. Oh, met Andrew Peters.
Who's Andrew Peters?
Former Buffalo Sabre.
Oh, okay.
Remember Stanley Cup playoffs? He fought the boxing goalie.
Cool.
Don't watch hockey, do you?
No.
not hockey viewers. Sorry,
No.
nothing against hockey, just don't watch it.
I love playing hockey, but
Bills
I can't
are beating
skate.
the Seattle in the standings. Anyway,
We played the Chargers.
Are you talking about the Buffalo Bills?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
the Buffalo Bills are doing.
What? I'm a fucking idiot. Okay, when he said the Bills are beating Seattle, all right, I was like, is he still talking about hockey?
Yeah.
So that's why are you talking about the
Wah,
Buffalo
wah,
Bills?
wah.
Yeah. It's the Buffalo Sabres.
So
anyhow,
speaking of Scott, I actually have a video of this. I'll show you guys sometime. Scott was standing awkwardly close to this guy while he was standing up in the wedding. I mean, like everybody else was spaced like 18 inches apart. Scott was like 4, like whispering in his ear the whole time. Like,
Oh no! No.
dude, we
Eli
need.
said we'll get a hotel room after this.
Cut that out. Cut that- Don't be creepy in the mic like that. People just tune out.
Oh no. Well, why don't you talk to Scott? Why don't you ask him if he's gay?
Oh, what was epic was the fact that Scott's brother was in, and his mom came to the wedding with Kyle, his brother, and the whole time when we first got there, I rode with them, and we go up, and Scott goes, Kyle goes, "Where's my sister?" Mom's like, "Oh, stop it." He's like, "Oh, there he is. Awesome." And his mom was like, "We all know Scott's gay. Stop." Like, his mom was like cracking jokes. Like, we got a couple drinks.
First off, to people that don't know, Scott's not gay. He just, but
You already have a mic in front of your face. Let's interview you. Please tell me, have Scott done more gay things or less gay things? Would he be
Okay.
Mr. Hanky
Okay,
on
so
South
Scott.
Park?
Okay, let me just say this. Okay, Scott has done everything that a gay dude does except for fuck a dude. Okay, everything else, every other
Yeah.
requirement for being a gay dude, Scott does, except for the actual fucking of other dudes.
Like taking bubble baths while watching American Idol.
right.
I'm trying to take a shit, and I'm like, dude, I got to shit.
I feel bad because
Fuck
Scott's
it,
not
fuck
here.
It, fuck it. I'm telling it. This is an epic podcast. I'm telling it. I'm telling the story. Okay?
What? Tell the story.
Okay, so we live in a house.
Are you going to come out and tell us that you caught Scott
All right,
fucking a guy?
wait. Before, just let's lay everything out here, just so everyone knows. All right, if you're new to the podcast, Josh and Only Use Me Blade are roommates. Their third roommate is Scott Kinmartin. Scott and Josh are actually cousins. Second cousins or
Nobody on
whatever.
my side of the family
Me
is
and
gay.
Scott went to high school together. Okay, so that's how everyone knows each other. But these three are roommates. Scott's not here, but Josh and Blade are here. Blade has a story. Go ahead.
Okay, so it is. I don't remember what month it was. It doesn't matter. Scott spends a lot of time in the restroom. So
Holy fuck.
when Scott is in the restroom, when he's in the bathroom, he spends a lot of time. Do you have something to say?
I just remember when you guys lived at my house for 2 weeks, and he every time he was in the bathroom was like, "Did he die in there?"
Yeah. So the thing is that a lot of times, what I'll do, and I like doing this as a man, I like to go outside and piss. I
Okay.
actually enjoy it. Okay.
I think all men like that.
Anyways, so one night I go to the door. Scott's in there. Now, this is a Mo Monday. What I mean by Mo Monday is that there's this place called Mo's that gives you these huge ass fucking burrito bowls for like $6,
Oh,
right?
this was in the winter.
And this was in the
Oh
winter.
yes, there was snow on the ground. This
And
is
there was
this
snow
is
on the
a
ground.
key part of this story.
That is crucial, okay? So I go to the door, and I don't like to be that guy that. No, stick with me. Stick with me. Stick with me.
I already know where it's going.
Okay.
I have to fill in a little bit of details here too.
Okay, so I go there. I'm like, shit, dude. Scott's in there, right? And I'm walking around. I'm like, I really have to poo. Like, I have to shit bad, right? And I'm thinking, like, and I walk out and I talk to Josh, and Josh is like, yeah, dude, he's in there watching American Idol, taking a bubble bath.
Oh yeah, so I had to go too. I knocked on the door. I'm like, Scott, bro, you almost done? He's like, American Idol's almost over. I'm like,
What?
kind of walked away and double taked. I'm like, what?
So I'm like, I'm doing this nervous, like death row inmate pace before I go to the chair.
There's figure 8 circles on our carpet from this motherfucker.
There is, right? And I'm just like, this.
I can just picture you,
Right?
like clenching your ass cheeks, like waddling around your apartment like a fucking penguin. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, that was when you were sitting in my car. We were smoking because it's so cold.
No. That wasn't the same.
That wasn't the same. We'll get back to that one.
okay. Wait, Blade, did you go to the door? Did you try to negotiate with Scott?
Yeah, I was like, "Are you going to be out?" And he's like, it's going to be a minute." I'm like, "Fuck." So it got to that point where I was like,
He's playing the kazoo. After this song.
"Okay." So
Little tambourine.
it came to the point where I basically made a decision, and it had to happen. I ran outside, ran out to the back of our yard. Right,
Okay.
there was a bunch of snow. I took a roll of not tissue paper, but like paper towels. Dropped my pants and just fucking assaultively shit. Like assaultively shit, right?
Like it was a street sweeper
Like
shotgun.
honestly, like I was like defensive stance of basketball, and I hopped forward. Like that's like it was bad, right? Like a lot of shit, right? And so I'm like, oh my god, so wipe my ass, and then I look down on it, there's a lot of shit, right? And so what I do is I take a bunch of snow and I fucking pile the snow on fucking top of it, right?
He's like a cat covering his shit.
Yeah. And so I put the I wiped hella times, and I put the paper towel shit in there.
One finger,
Bring the
circular
snow
motion.
over, and it's a pretty big pile. Like it's a good pile, right?
It's obvious something's buried there.
It's obvious, yeah.
It's
Obvious.
all packed. It looks like a little snowman.
Like, you ever see someone with like a burn victim with a huge gouge on their face? That's what it was. Okay, so obviously it's one of those moments in my life. I'm like, that's not my best moment. Let's never speak of this. Okay, cool, right? But the thing was that I was kind of proud of it, right?
So
Yeah. So
he comes and tells me, but now this is where I'll fill some people in here on the temperature changes here in Buffalo.
oh my god,
It fluctuates very, very fast.
Yeah, it will be like seriously 10 below fucking degrees, right? 10 below.
Yeah.
And then it'll go to like 50 degrees in the wintertime.
So this happened.
yeah.
And-
God trolled me because the next day, like out of my bedroom window, I could see the backyard, right?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
You could spot it from the second story.
And I wake up and I'm like, look out, and I can see green grass. I'm like, oh no! So I look out, and right where it was just huge pile of shit.
Like a bear shit there.
Yeah, like a bear shit there. So like all the snow melted, but there's no moving this shit. Like there's no.
So what happened next?
Well, then it started to rain. He's like, oh, good. The rain will wash it away. No.
So wait, did Scott ever find poo?
No.
He still doesn't know this. So Brian actually went out. What did you bring out there? Like a bucket or something, trying to wash it away?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
dumping
I got like a bucket, and then we scooped it in there with like my hand with like 10 paper towels on there. Got it in there. Took like one of the like a big jug of water. Like that wasn't working for shit. Like it wasn't clearing it out or anything.
The torrential downpour and snow couldn't get rid of this shit.
I like how the shit in your lawn was like this big thing and you had to remove it. I would have just left it.
Oh,
Like,
I went to tell Scott the one day, and Brian, like, fucking Blade almost attacked me. He's like, no, he'll never forgive me.
Well, the thing
you're like afraid of Scott. You really are.
I'm not afraid of Scott. The thing
It's
is,
the drunk montage that he could make.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's talk about this. There is like Scott will film you. Okay, Scott likes to film stuff. Scott likes
Scott
to take.
cost me my job.
Scott likes to take pictures.
How do you cost you his job?
So I got my car accident.
Yeah.
And I found out called Progressive, and they're like, oh, fuck Progressive, by the way. And they're like, oh, yeah, you don't have collision on your fucking $29,000 finance vehicle. I'm like, what? That I paid on for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I was fucked out of 17 grand on this car. And so I went out drinking. I'm like, fuck this, I'm going out drinking. So the next morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, after we got home at like 4, it was like 5:36.
Oh, that's right.
I went to the hospital. My grandma picked me up, and I was never able to talk to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So he tagged me at a bar on Facebook, and it showed up on my timeline. I was friends with my boss on timeline, and he thought I didn't come into work because I was just drunk.
Oh.
Yeah. So, Mr. Fucking, I need to tag you everywhere. Fuck off and die.
Yeah,
Don't ever
well,
talk to me about
Scott's-
eating your raviolis again, you bitch.
Scott's got into some problem with mutual friends of mine as well from tagging him on Facebook. Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's relentless with the social media. It's insane.
Scott is
But-
very strong with the Facebook social media.
It's like
but
I just bought a coffee. Picture, tag the fucking people that sold it to me.
I've said this.
Tag the people
I've said this
I saw
before.
online.
In like 30 years, when all food's going to come in pill form, Scott's still going to take pictures of these pills.
Making smiley faces and shit out of them.
But basically, so Scott has had to deal with me being a complete, get completely wasted. When I'm completely wasted, I'm fun with other drunk people, but to a sober person or a person that doesn't drink, I'm a nightmare. Okay.
yeah.
So over the 2 years I've lived with Scott, he has filmed me absolutely retarded.
You're like a never-ending game of fucking Monopoly. Just
So
fucking stop.
you're afraid that if you and Scott were to have a falling out, he would release the montage.
Yes.
I don't know why you're afraid.
What do you mean? Why I'm
his
afraid?
mother's friends with him would
Because
disown
seriously,
him.
you will be dropping. If Scott does release the montage, he is going to be dropping a gift of entertainment to the world. So that would not fear me.
Dude,
at
just the
all.
audio of you being drunk with him was fucking epic. Imagine the video.
Yeah.
I think we've told the story about 15 times about you jumping out of the car, but
Right.
Go back about 10 episodes.
all right, guys, we're going to take a break, and we're going to be right back after this. And we are back. So we have finally got Blade. We've raised enough money for Blade to go to UMG Nashville. I'm going to UMG Nashville. I strongly encourage the fans of the BadKidCast, if you want to meet me and Blade, to find a way to go to UMG Nashville. I believe it's the 10th through the 12th. We're going to be there the 9th through the 13th. Dynasty, excuse me. Dynasty's going.
Yeah.
Fucking everyone involved in esports is obviously going. Josh, you should drive up.
We had this discussion in the garage.
I know.
Blade's a bad friend, so I have to entertain his friend.
Okay. So here's the thing. I got a friend. We call him Drama. And the reason why we call him Drama is because he's very much like Drama from Entourage. Anyways, so Drama...
These are kind of good.
Yeah, we're drinking these beers that are pretty bomb. They actually taste like blueberries.
They're from Elkville. It's blueberry wheat beer from the Elkville Brewing Company.
So anyway, Drama calls me up and is like, and Drama has actually visited before, and we had good times when he came and visited.
At 2
He's
o'clock.
been at my house.
Yep.
At 2 o'clock, he's like, all right, dude, we're done. We're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We got another 2 hours.
Right, yeah, because he's from Seattle where everything ends at 2. Well, Buffalo, it ends at 4/4:30/5.
No, just Erie County.
Anyways, so this is his job, okay? What his job is, and it's an awesome job. He goes to different locations with about 6 different cell phones, right? And checks the signal strength of the internet and of the phone signal at all these different places and makes reports for the companies. That's his job.
Yeah, so his company is independent from any like Sprint and Verizon. He doesn't work for any of them. But what he does, his company does, is goes out and tests everything and then sells that data to all these companies.
The
So
best way to explain to me is, you remember the old Verizon commercials? Can you hear me now?
Can you
Good.
hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Good.
yeah, that's what he
He's
does.
like,
what he
I'm
does.
the can you hear me now guy. I'm like,
So
Cool. What?
Jeff got to experience the Buffalo life when both him and I know the Seattle life, but Jeff got to experience the Buffalo life. So he's coming back out.
oh, I have
So-
pictures of like the days progressing of him on the couch.
So he
So the first day I have a
when he-
blanket and pillow. The next day I'm on top of it. Then there's a mound of blanket and pillows, and there's Jeff with his head cocked off to the side, where you just know he's going to be sore the next day from how he slept.
So he's coming out the 1st of October and leaving the 13th. He's extended his stay, and he's like, "Can I crash your house?" I'm like, "Absolutely, bro. I got you." Well, I thought that he was going to be here, like, at first to come kick it and then do his work stuff. No. The time that he has available is literally the 9th through the 13th. That is the time that I'm going to UMG Nashville. So he's coming out here, going to be crashing at my house, and unfortunately I can't be there. And I can't back out.
So this is what you got to do. You got to get Drama and Josh to drive to Nashville.
Well, we'll talk to him, see if it can happen, because that'd be epic. That'd be epic.
I can't wait. I'm super excited. Dylan's from Nashville, so I'm taking a helicopter, like literally from my hotel to Crackle Barrel every morning, and then that to UMG. So
Crackle Barrel is bomb.
I think Hex is going with me, and we're going to be like landing a helicopter every day at the event.
I can't get a ride one of these times.
And here's another thing.
Just no? Okay.
UMG has been like swatted. Like every UMG event, they get swatted. Someone fucking calls in some bomb threat or whatever. Drama Alert's going to be on the scene, not just with cameras, but in a helicopter. So I'm going to have the aerial footage of like if it happens. I'm not hoping it happens.
Don't worry,
but
I'll hook you up, bro.
I'm just saying I'm going to have the aerial footage. It's going to be sick.
That's what's up.
That's hypothetical. I'm not admitting to anything, by the way.
No, don't you?
Don't even say shit
Don't
like
even
that.
say that. That's fucking horrible. Swatting's like the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah, didn't White Boy
Yeah.
talk about White Boy? That's pretty awesome.
Oh, he got the charges dropped. See, I didn't know this. Apparently, White Boy got his charges dropped, and people knew about this from like the 5th of September.
Really?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
But she got on that Drama Alert snap, man.
The district attorney dropped all the charges. And the reason why they dropped all the charges is because when they went into the house, they didn't have a warrant.
So we briefly touched base on this before we got live, and Blade's first question was, "Well, can you get like your weed back?" Like,
No, I knew he couldn't get his weed back. Here's the thing: like, if you, to everyone out there, let's say you're driving around and the cops pull you over and find drugs on you, right?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, or they find like a lot of cash that's probably drug money or bad stuff, right?
Right.
If they decide to let you go, you go. Charge it to the game. That's what that means. Charge it to the game. You're losing all that money. You're losing all those drugs. It doesn't matter, but you're free. Be gone.
You know, Blade, it's like October's coming right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
we need to have a Halloween party. By the way.
We're definitely going to have a Halloween party,
definitely.
but we need to go to some haunted houses.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
with
no.
GoPros. Oh, by the way,
GoPros.
fans, after this, within the next 30 days, because of my incident in the run-in, my grandfather's gotten to the point where, like, I'll be like, Gramps, a little bit of a hard situation here. I need to borrow a G for, like, 2 weeks, pay an attorney. He's like, great. So this time, he actually was like, I'm willing to help you because you weren't in the wrong. And he's like, I'm buying you one of those camera things for the dash of your car. And I'm like, that's a great idea. Like,
Yeah, right.
fucking-
Well, actually, there's a product I just heard about that is like what the Russians have.
oh, yeah, the Russians are awesome.
And it that freaking records all the time.
By the way, did you see that video where that motorcycler ran into the back of the car?
Yeah, we talked about
talked
it
about
on the
that.
last cast. Yeah, runs into the back of the car and flips and lands right on his feet on top of the car. Like
Yeah.
that's fucking insane. Hollywood couldn't do that shit.
Right.
Like that was impressive. You know what I've been studying a lot? History, ancient history. I've been studying all fucking week.
Wah, wah, wah.
What constitute ancient?
Yeah.
Well, see,
Like we talking BC?
people think
Or 80.
that like the pyramids are like 6,000 years old. Like people think that they're about 6,000 years old, and they think that all these ancient sites that they've been finding are like about 6,000 years old. Well, the problem is that carbon data is coming up, and like in Indonesia, they found a new site, and there's a site in Turkey that they have now dated to be 12,000 years old. So it's
I find that shit cool. And I was reading something like the stupidest post on Twitter. Somebody's like, yeah, so what? Egyptians stacked a bunch of bricks on top of each other. And I'm like, yeah, no, they were like fucking 30,000-pound bricks that they managed to move.
Right. Right.
That's an accomplishment. You
but-
go ahead and do it.
But here's the thing. Here's the problem. Those pyramids are probably older than what they think, and all the like kings and all the fossils and stuff that they've been finding are from later generations building on the original site that was created 12,000 years ago. And they're finding that all these ancient sites date back to about 12,000 years, and then there was some type of event where a comet hit the Earth and killed almost all the humans.
Damn.
Right. So humans that survived, right, ended up building on these sites that already existed 12,000 fucking years ago. So how they know that this happened is what they're finding a lot of like diamonds and stuff scattered all around the earth, and it happened from the fucking impact. All right.
Are we going ring hunting or no?
Oh yeah.
We might go ring hunting, but here's the point that I want to make about all this. All right. I feel like there was a very, very knowledgeable civilization that was really smart as fuck, and they all died about 12,000 years ago. They're the ones that built these fucking pyramids. They're the ones that built all these ancient sites, right?
Dude, just sitting here looking at you, like speaking about like ancient Egyptians and shit, I can do nothing but look at you now and think that you were like a pharaoh because of your fucking beard.
But
like you got that little. You ever
but
see
what
those mannequin
Keith's
things?
saying,
They got
though,
the
is
little
kind of
thing right
it's
here.
kind of an interesting concept. Like, if a major thing, like a leftovers type situation where like majority of the world dies, right?
Yeah.
The people that survive aren't necessarily going to be the engineers and the smart people. It might be the dumb people that didn't wake up to the Armageddon. You know what I mean?
And
Like,
that's exactly what I'm saying. Like 12,000 years ago, there could have been fucking geniuses. They might know like how to flip gravity. Like people are like, how do they put these fucking 20,000 ton blocks into place? Well, maybe they figured out a way to flip gravity. Maybe they had all this crazy technology that was lost when this cataclysmic event took place. And the people that survived are not the people that are living in these giant cities. The people that survived are the people that are living in the fucking like
Drama
woods
alert fans.
with
This is what
sticks and
happens when you
shit.
don't give him news.
well, here, okay. So to make a comparison to this, there's been reports of people like falling out of airplanes, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing: if you fall out of an airplane, like an airplane seat, and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm dying! Oh my god, I'm dying! I can't believe this is the way I'm going! Oh my god, fuck! Oh my god!" And you hit the fucking thing. You're gonna tense up, and that's what kills you. Okay?
Right.
There's been stories of people that are wasted on airplanes, and their seat falls out, and they fall to the ground, and they live because they're like, "Oh yeah, this is fucking fun." Okay, like their body doesn't tense up, and they survive. So if there was some kind of Armageddon type shit or some shit that like eradicates the Earth, the people that live are gonna be people that are either dumb or don't know what's going on or just like slept through it.
Yeah, all the dumb
Like due date.
all the dumb people like that live in the woods
Just
that
like
have
due date.
fucking
Just like due date, yes.
Who plays Alan in The Hangover?
Galifianakis.
Okay, Galifianakis. So like, I don't know if you guys have seen the due date, but it's Robert Downey Jr. and Zach Galifianakis.
Real quick. They get in a car crash and Galifianakis is sleeping, so he doesn't get hurt at all.
He falls asleep behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care about that. The main thing is I keep seeing this stupid fucking thing that so many people like, and it's called Ancient Aliens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and people fucking love theorizing that, you know, somehow there was aliens that came down and influenced the fucking world, and that's how they were able to like have this technology and build this stuff. I don't think that's what happened. If you look at the facts, it seems that humans were really fucking smart, and then all of a sudden all the smart people disappeared and dumb people were left over.
Yep. Now, Keem, you will
The birth of
appreciate
alcohol.
this. You will appreciate this, Keem. One issue that you have with the trolling YouTube community now is that a lot of the trolls that they do are not trolls, right?
Right.
Yep.
They're not thought out. They're not good. They're not genuine.
They're
whatever.
rip-offs.
They're rip-offs. They're shitty.
I mean, fucking look at this Sam Pepper thing. Yeah, these were all paid actors. Like,
Right.
fucking no shit.
Now, I have to tell you, an excellent troll, multiple level, very well thought out troll that Josh pulled on me.
What happened?
Oh.
This was good.
What happened?
Okay, so there's a movie called The Usual Suspects.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to put a disclaimer. People, if you've not seen the movie, mute us or fast forward like 5 minutes, okay? The reason being is this. The whole movie about Usual Suspects is that the end is a fucking huge twist.
Okay.
It's a huge twist, and I'm scrolling through the on-demand movies. I see Usual Suspects, and I'm like, I looked at Josh. I'm like, have you seen Usual Suspects? Josh is like, no. So I go, awesome. We're going to watch it. I'm pumped. The reason I've seen it a million times. The reason why I wanted to watch it was because I wanted to watch Josh's reaction to the end.
Okay.
Okay. So we're watching it. About an hour in, Josh is like, I have to go do something. So I pause the movie and like wait around. I don't start
For like
any
an hour and a
projects.
half.
I don't stream. I don't play video games. Nothing. I'm literally waiting because I'm excited. I want Josh to come back, watch the movie, and then when the end drops, I'm going to watch his face.
Okay.
So Josh finally comes back. I'm like, the movie. We start the movie. We're watching it. Josh starts asking me questions like, is it this guy? Is it this guy? Is it this guy? And I'm like, I'm just watching the movie, dude. Like, I don't want to give anything away. Just watch the movie. So we get to the end, the big flip. You find out who it is. And I look over at Josh, and Josh is like, whatever. I'm like, how did you not? How is that not blowing your fucking mind? Like, that's the worst reaction of all time. And what'd you say, Josh?
Oh, I've seen it before.
So he flipped the script on me, and he'd seen it before, and made me watch this movie that I've watched 1,000 times, hoping to get a reaction, and he didn't give me a reaction because he's already fucking seen it. How awesome of a fucking troll is that? That's good, right?
It was like a 3-hour long troll.
Well, I've never seen the movie, so don't tell me.
Okay, I will not tell you.
I'll watch it at some point.
Usual Suspects is an amazing movie. If you've never seen it, watch it.
You know what pissed me off? Have you ever been to like murder mystery things?
You know what I like? I like Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
No. I'm talking about like you go to like an event and they run a little skit and they
like a murder mystery dinner.
Yeah.
I've never been to one, but
I went to one on a train, and like 2 years ago it was awesome. This year there was no mystery. It was no like trying to solve it. It was just a play.
No,
but they still
weird.
called it murder mystery. I'm like, this is fucking horrible.
That sucks.
To knock off.
I don't even get to guess who the killer is. They're literally telling me who it is. Like, what? Why is it called murder mystery? There's no fucking mystery.
So it was like a live, and it was like a live CSI.
Yeah, and this motherfucker,
you fucking knew who it was.
Motherfucker gets up and he goes, "Hi, my name is Jim. I wrote the script." And he takes a bow, and everyone's clapping. And I'm like, why?
Yeah, right. Hey,
Fuck that guy.
I'm sorry.
I want to hit him.
I'm sorry, but when I'm out at a concert or whatever, or if I'm sitting at a comedy club and the people are like, everyone snap your fingers, and the crowd starts doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. Like, okay, me not
you
snapping
get self-conscious.
my...
Like, who's
it's
looking?
It's not me self-conscious. It's like me... I'm here to be entertained. Me snapping your fingers to be part of your show? Fuck off. Like, I don't like that.
You want to hear some real fucking crazy shit? Last night at the Fuji Grill, like, they came out with this fucking drum. Like, this is the Chinese place where they're fucking squirting sake in your mouth and all that stuff.
Benihana style,
yeah. So they come out with a drum and they're banging it for everyone to sing happy birthday to fucking John, right? Well, everyone there is like wants to get into it and they start like clapping their hands. But the dude in the drum isn't doing just like boom, bam, boom, bam. No, he's going like boom, boom, bam, boom, 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 bam, boom, boom, bam, boom, 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 bam on the drum, right?
Doing the hip hop version.
So I'm looking at everyone and everyone is off sync. Like one person's clapping, another person's like clapping like this, and fucking John's girlfriend's like fucking like doing it like super fast. And it was the funniest thing because there's 14 people there and no one's in sync, and it just sounded like everyone was like applauding
Randomly
way
clapping,
beforehand.
yeah.
So then he starts singing.
It's like an autistic kid singing.
He's like bam, 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 happy birthday, bam, 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 and like no one was in tune. And it was the worst thing ever.
You ever hear a deaf person try to sing?
What the
Wow.
fuck? Wow.
Oh, coming from Mr. fucking laughing at people.
You know, we released this fucking show in Braille. So
Right?
that made no sense.
Do you ever go to the drive-thru and see the ATM and they have Braille on the ATM in the drive-thru? Who is doing that?
At the ATM in the drive-thru?
Yeah, the drive-thru ATM, they have Braille.
Because who's driving?
Kyle's calling me.
I get it. Who's Kyle?
Scott's brother.
Oh, why is he still at your house?
He goes hard.
All right, so last week, and Keem talked to me about this. Last week, Kyle was in town. He's still in town. And we went out several times. And then there was like drunk streams. And then there was like going out with Keem. And everything coincided every day where I was like, dude, I need to fucking knock this off. It was a bender. It was a drinking bender.
I drank for 5 days straight.
Wait, if Kyle's trying to go out, why don't we go out?
I have to work.
Yeah, and I'm trying to take a break.
Yeah,
so.
dude, like, more power to you if you go. Good luck.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
with him, there's no Keem being like, all right, I'm out. He'll be like, get the fuck back here.
I know Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle's good people, but I have to take a break from.
So anyway, I want to touch base.
You know
on,
we're going
on my
out
weekend,
tonight, right?
I don't even have socks on. I'm in my sandals.
So, well, good. You can leave them in somebody else's car. So I want to touch base on my weekend. My aunt got married. Pretty epic little wedding and everything.
Are we going to talk about the incident?
Yeah.
So now the wedding was great. Everything was fantastic.
Let me tell the story first.
You weren't there.
Yeah, I was there. I was there before you were there.
Oh no, he's gonna get to that. He'll get to that
Yeah,
part.
I'm gonna get to that.
So let him know this thing.
So it comes out to that night. We get home like 4:00 in the morning. We got Scott's mom with us. We're all fucking pretty lit right now.
Before that happens, me and Blade went out. All right, me and Blade did a podcast.
We did a
live stream.
I did a live stream and drank a whole bottle of Jaeger, and then we went out.
All right. We were wasted. I said, look, dude, I'm going to be the responsible person. Let's go to Denny's. We went to Denny's and we got kicked out. We got kicked out of fucking Denny's. I dropped Blade off with his Denny's. And then apparently you got there later. What happened?
On you, Josh.
And he's fucking with his phone.
Well, it's Kyle, man. You can't. He's got a purple heart. You can't, touch that one.
He has a purple heart?
Yeah, he's got 2 of them.
He got wounded?
He pulled 3 people out of a burning Humvee through the turret with a broken back.
Yeah,
that sounds like him.
He's a G. He's a G.
Yeah, and he's like, well, after the adrenaline ran out, I just fell. I'm like, okay, you got fucking some adrenaline going on there. So anyway, after that happens, I come home, and I'm sitting on the couch, and Scott's mom goes to use the bathroom. And as we know, Brian gets a little lit sometimes. He missed the toilet a lot. I think he forgot to lift, the top lid that covers the toilet and pissed on that. And she was in her socks, going to spend the night with, her kids and everything and the 2 brothers. And, yeah.
This is a story I heard. I heard Blade went into the bathroom. He missed the fucking toilet, pissed all over the fucking floor. All right? You guys get home. Scott's mom walks into the bathroom with her socks on, slips in Blade's piss, and falls.
Didn't fall.
I don't.
No falling.
About the fall.
But did have soaking wet piss socks. And at that point in time, I almost killed Blade. I was like, you fucking kidding me?
Well, Scott said that you tried to calm him down.
No, this was after the fact. Blade was in his room. Scott came home later. I tore off my fucking suit. I ripped my fucking button-down shirt off. I was like, you're dead.
The next day I pick up Blade in the morning and we do a podcast, right? And Blade says this to me. He goes, I don't know what the fuck I did, but Scott and Josh both won't talk to me.
They wouldn't talk to me.
So
I'm sitting here 2 days later and it's just eating at my brain. So I fucking called Blade and I'm like, dude, did you ever find out what happened? I need to know.
Right.
So now we're going into Sunday night. It's the day after the wedding. Less than 24 hours. We're all at my grandparents' house having a nice little family get together. My aunt just got married. And her and her new husband get in a fight to where he just fucking was like, fuck this, I'm through, fuck this shit, fuck you, cunt, eat shit, die, I'm rich, go ahead, fucker, sue me. And fucking walks out of the house. I'm like, okay. So he makes it 3 miles down the road. I hop in the car, go to follow him. I'm driving next to him while he's walking. And I'm like, dude, that's your wife. He fucking looks at me with 4 fingers and goes, this, grabs his fucking ring and boom, into the woods. I'm like, he's like, not married now. I'm like, whoa, okay. And for people that don't know, he comes from money, so this wasn't no cheap fucking ring or anything. Plus, it has sentimental value. It's made of pure platinum.
I got a metal detector. Let's go find it.
That's the first thing Keem said.
I got a metal detector. Let's
Keem's
go
we
find
could
the
pawn
ring.
that shit for $1,000. That's $333 a piece.
In all honesty, if we found it, we'd return it. But it's your family.
Unless he already got another one. I mean, but
whatever. Why were they fighting in the first place? Just being drunk?
Well, actually, he was drunk and she was sober, and he wanted to do some MMA shit, and she didn't like that, and shit popped off.
Yeah, he used to train MMA stuff. So
that's
a bad combo with drunk people in MMA. No.
He wants to fight everybody.
It almost worked for War Machine. Almost.
Oh, wow.
Keyword.
Well, guys, I think it was a good cast. We told some good stories. Let's go out and hit the bar.
No bar.
No bar. Yeah, no bar.
No bar.
Guys, please let us know what you think. Hit us up on the Twitters, the Twittersauruses. Hope you enjoyed the cast. Peace and good night.